But in Max and Paul's next case, they meet a debtor whose finances have spiraled out of control.
I made over $100 million, and I lost it all. Nightmare. Nightmare.
According to a recent survey, the number of people in the UK concerned about their personal finances has reached its highest level in the last 3 years. Worried over rising inflation coupled with low wages, 1 in 5 adults believe their financial situation will get worse over the next 6 months. High Court enforcement agents Paul Bowhill and Max Caraher are in Wandsworth, south-west London, to collect a debt of £8,000 owed to a firm of financial advisors by a film producer.
And we're looking to collect £8,214.45.
But this isn't the first time Paul has come across the debtor, Stephen Brown.
I believe this gentleman is known to you.
Yeah, we have got a history with him. We evicted him from a flat before, and the rent arrears were over 30 grand.
So he works in television, doesn't he? He's a producer.
Yeah, he is. There are repeat offenders, and if we've already established a relationship with them, there's no reason not to continue that relationship. It makes it easier. They know what my parameters are, they know the rules, so they either can pay or they can't pay. Talk's a good talk, but doesn't come with any money.
The address on the writ is a penthouse apartment in a prime riverside development.
What are we looking for?
Penthouse, top floor.
Stephen, how are you, sir?
Hello, sir.
Come on upstairs.
Thank you, sir. Nice to see you again.
I'll show you all the papers.
Stephen is keen to tell Paul how the debt came about.
It's a service and I canceled it after 2 months. It's $5,000 a year. After I found out that their advice was terrible, I canceled it. That's all it is.
Tax advisor.
Yeah. I didn't get anything for it, and I canceled it after 2 months, Paul.
Yeah.
And they billed me for the whole year.
But it seems this £8,000 debt is only the tip of the iceberg.
I'm about £400,000 in debt.
What's gone wrong with your life?
Started out over there. Remember my wife? Divorce, whole nightmare. She's back in America. I've got the boys.
Do the boys live here?
Yes, they live with me. Single father. It just collapsed.
It's clear that following his divorce, Stephen's finances have gone into meltdown.
In 1993, on the Securities Exchange Commission, I took my company public. I made over $100 million. 21 years ago. I got married 19 years ago. I bought multi-million-dollar homes, basketball players in Pacific Palisades, California, homes in Hawaii, everything. And I lost it all because of marriage to a crazy woman. I'd get my sister to send me $100 a month from Canada to keep our food going until I either sell a show or I'm done. Nightmare. Nightmare.
What's the rent on this property a month?
£11,500
a month.
Yeah.
So I'm not being rude, but surely this is living outside of means if all these problems are arising.
It wasn't when I moved in a year ago. It was not.
Circumstances change. Some defendants have earned huge salaries in the past and then lost it, but they haven't changed their lifestyle accordingly. It can have such a devastating effect on the landlords, the suppliers, the small business owners who they owe money to. I suppose it gives me more motivation to collect for the claimant.
Despite Stephen's circumstances, the agents need to get this case resolved, one way or another.
I'll take it you're not working at the moment, then?
No, I'm not. I'm just writing television shows and trying to pitch them is what I'm doing. trying to beat the clock. You know, in the entertainment business, I can, on one deal, pay all my bills off. I mean, I own the rights to the old Western, Gary Cooper and Grace Kelly, High Noon. And I have Bruce Willis committing to the movie. My friend Stephen D'Souza, who wrote all the Die Hard movies for Bruce, is writing the script as we speak. If he can get it finished in the next few weeks, which he thinks he can, I will then get $1.2 million, $1.3 million advance. I'll be buying you a beer. That's where I'm at.
But the agents can't wait for one of Stephen's deals to come through.
I want to search for any assets to remove.
With payments looking unlikely, the agents must look around the penthouse for any items of value they could seize.
I don't own a single thing in here, except my one work computer and my kid's one computer for school.
Okay.
That's it.
But Max is skeptical and begins a thorough search.
There's a lot of designer goods, all of which will be seized. What's the new value of all this stuff? Huge amount of money.
There are thousands of pounds worth of luxury goods in the flat.
I know how much they're worth. They're new. Oh, probably worth the debt.
The designer bags alone could fetch up to £3,000 at public auction.
Sunglasses, bags, you name
That's
it.
my wife.
You'd have to prove that with receipts. They'll all be being seized.
Despite Stephen's claims, the agents suspect he originally bought the goods. If he can't find evidence to the contrary, they could be seized. But just when the agents think they may have struck gold, Stephen drops a bombshell.
I have 3 bankruptcy petitions totaling $250,000. I have documents here.
If we are about to enforce a writ of control, and bankruptcy or liquidation are mentioned, if these two things are genuinely in progress, we would be wasting our time in trying to enforce the writ of control. Because any monies that we were able to recover through these routes would be remitted directly to the official receiver or to the liquidator.
Paul calls Stephen's legal representative to verify his story about the bankruptcy.
What I'm trying to establish with Mr. Brown is he actually bankrupt at this point, or is there an actual application to make him bankrupt in place? Do you know of that? He's not bankrupt. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you, bye.
It seems that Stephen hasn't been declared bankrupt after all. As the agents suspect that he purchased the expensive designer goods, they can remove them unless he can prove otherwise.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you for your hospitality.
But with Stephen still liable for any remaining balance after the auction, the agents will be back.
Thanks very much. Take care, Mr. Brown. That handbag looks very good on you. Well, that was a different one, wasn't it? Absolutely amazing.
In 2016, over 80,000 people under the age of 25 contacted a leading UK charity to seek help with their debts. Last year, the average amount owed stood at nearly £6,000, a 20% increase in